what's up guys, it's Talha here again, and today we are going to discuss our calculus final paper. And I've already written the content. So in the final paper of our math subject, we had 10 MCQs, and each MCQ carried 2 marks, so that make a total of 30 marks. So in those 10 MCQs, I committed 3 of them wrong. So I did 3 of them wrong. Those 3 were, one was about the limit of sine a of x divided by x. What is that equal to? So one way to solve this is what you do. You take the result of this right here. So you have when limit of x approaches 0, sine of x by x equals 1. So here the constant with x is 1, so the limit is 1. But here the constant with the x is a, so instead of the limit of it being 1, it is a instead. So the constant is the limit of sine a of x by x. So what I did wrong was I thought that the derivative of so I actually did it by the L'Hospital rule. I thought that the limit of sine is minus cos, so I thought that the derivative is going to the limit is going to be minus a, so I take minus a, which was wrong. The second one which I committed wrong was the derivative of dy by du, and you had y and u given in the question, and I thought that was 1 by 2. It was written that if it's 1 by 2, you have to take true, and it was false. If it was false, you had to take false. So I thought it was true. I take true, and which was false in my case. So it was false, and there was the second one that I did wrong. The third one was, I actually remember these MCQs because I did them wrong. If I had done them true, I wouldn't remember, because I did 7 of them correct and I don't even remember them. So that's one way to see this. The third one which I committed wrong was it was written in the question that the integration of 1 divided by root x squared plus 1 equals sine inverse x. And it isn't, because the integration of 1 divided by root 1 minus x squared is sine inverse x. If you convert it to this form, it is minus x squared plus 1, which is not the same as this one. So it is wrong. What I take true, which is again false. So these were some of the MCQs which I discussed. And this now coming towards the subjective part. In the subjective part, in the first question, you had to find the continuity of a function. So whenever a function is continuous, the left hand limit, which is the LHL, should always be equal to the right hand limit, because whenever a function is continuous, when x approaches the limit from when x approaches the value from the left side, has got to be equal to the limit of x when x approaches the value from the right side. So here you had a piecewise function, and you had 2 functions given inside one function that is a piecewise function, and you had condition of x when x is less than 1 and when x is greater than 1. So whenever x is less than 1, that means that x is approaching the value from the left side, because it's less than 1, so it has got to be approaching from the left side. Means it can be 0.9 or 0.8, or it's always approaching 1 from the left side. And when x is greater than 1, that means that x is always greater than 1. So that means x is approaching 1 from the right side, and it's becoming less, and up till 1 is approaching 1. So what we do is we take them as equal. So we do is 7 equals so I think it was 4c or something. So we take 4c equals 7, c equals 7 by 4, or something like that. I don't exactly remember the question, because I have lost my calculus question paper, I think, at the university. I left it at the university. But what you guys can do is, if you guys have the paper, you can check it out. It's pretty easy. You just compare the two equations, you just take them equal, and you find the value of the constant, that is C. So that is it about the first question. The second question is finding the derivative of that was you had an equation given, and you had to find the derivative of that equation. It wasn't an easy task at all, because you had given the sine inverse, cos inverse. Any derivative of these does not even make the question any simpler. It just makes the question even more complicated. So the derivative of sine inverse x, as I discussed here, is 1 divided by under root 1 minus x squared, and the derivative of cos inverse x is equal to minus 1 divided by under root 1 minus x squared. So it made the question a little tougher than it was at first. So its derivative was quite long, and it was quite complicated. So it was up to you how you end the question. So you had to end the question where it cannot be further simplified. So that was the point where you had to end the question, and I did the same. So now let us come towards the third question, which was pretty interesting. So we had to find the double derivative, means we had to find the derivative 2 times. We had to find the derivative of this log of x by x. Ignore this. So this wasn't the question. The question was this. So we had to find the derivative of log of x divided by x 2 times. So what we do is we apply quotient rule to this. So we find the first derivative. So we apply the quotient rule. So what quotient rule says is so first you write the denominator, then you take the derivative of the numerator and the numerator, and then you multiply it by the denominator minus, and then you write the denominator, and then you multiply it by the derivative. Minus, you write the denominator minus x, and you multiply it by the alright, I'm messing it up, sorry guys. I don't know what happened, I'm pretty tired. Alright, so first you write the denominator, you multiply it by the derivative. So first you write the denominator, you multiply it by the derivative of your numerator, then minus, you write your denominator. Okay, I'm messing it up. You write your numerator, so minus log of x, and then you multiply it by the derivative of the denominator. So derivative of x is 1 divided by the denominator whole square, so x whole square. So what is this equal to? This is equal to x by x equals 1. So 1 minus log of x into 1 equals log of x divided by x squared. Now what you had to do is to find the derivative of this again. So d by dx of 1 minus log of x divided by x squared. So what is this going to be equal to? So first you write the denominator, so x squared into the derivative of the numerator. So into the derivative of 1 is 0 minus, and the derivative of the numerator here, log of x, is 0 minus 1 by x. Alright, minus, so and then you write the, so minus 1 minus log of x, you write the numerator, then again the derivative of denominator. So derivative of denominator here is 2x divided by x squared whole square. So by this what you get is x squared. So 0 is going to be ignored, so you have x squared into minus 1 by x, so x is cancelled out, and x into 1 is a minus x, and so 2 into 1 is 2x minus 2 log of x, so minus 2x. So minus into 2x minus 2x log of x divided by x power 4, and this is equal to minus x minus 2x and plus 2x log of x divided by x power 4. This is equal to minus 3 yes, minus 3x plus 2x log of x divided by x power 4. So this was your double derivative. This was your double derivative of the log of x divided by x. Now what we are going to do, so after this question we had a question where we were supposed to find the integration by substitution, of the equation. So we had to find the integral of I think it was divided by 2x square plus 8x plus 4, I think, and the numerator was numerator was 2x plus 2, right? So we had to find the integration of this by the method of substitution. So whenever you are finding the integration of any equation by substitution, what you are going to look at, so you should always look at the term whose derivative is present in the numerator or the denominator. So here we see that the derivative of this term right here is 2 into 2, 4x plus 8 plus 0, so 4x plus 8. But the numerator here is 2x plus 2. So is there any way we can make this 2x plus 2 into 4x plus 8? Well, yes, if we multiply this by 4, divide by 4, so we multiply 4 and then we divide by 4 as well. So what we do is integration of so 4 into 2x plus 2 is going to give you 8x 2 into 2, 4. I think this was x plus 2 in the question. Yes, this was x plus 2, sorry. So it's going to give you 4 into x plus 2, so I'm going to give you 4x plus 8 divided by, so it's here, so we just multiply the numerator by 4, it gives us this, and then we take out the constant, that is so we are then left with 1 by 4, and we take out that because we don't want to multiply this 4 by this. So what we are left with is 2x squared plus 8x plus 4. Now what we can do is apply the method of substitution. So what we can do, and I think this was under root here, this my best friend Hasim, what he did is he eliminated, or he didn't see the question carefully, and he didn't put an square root sign in the question, and that is why he messed up the question. But here you always have to see the question carefully in order to solve it properly. So always look carefully to the question. So here what you do now, so now you can see that, if we take the derivative of this term, we get this. So what we can do with this question is we can substitute. So what we do, we take this let because in mathematics you can do anything with this word let. So what we do is we let 2x squared plus 8x plus 4 equals u. So we let this term equals u. Then if we take the derivative of this term, so d by dx will be du by dx, and du by dx is equal to 4 x plus 8, and because the derivative of this is 4x plus 8, and our du is equal to 4x plus 8 dx. Here we can see we have 4x plus 8 dx. We can substitute. So what we can do is we can substitute the value of du here. So what we are going to be left with, I don't have any space left, so 1 by 4 integration of 4x plus 8 into dx is du. So du divided by under root 2x squared plus 8x plus 4. Now 1 by 4 into, and this we suppose it to be equal to u right here. So this is equal to u. So we substitute u, and so 1 by u into du. Now we integrate 1 by u, and you know that the also 1 by 4 integration of 1 by u du, integration of 1 by u. So alright, and if we have some space left here, so 1 by u is equal to, so integration of 1 by u du, 1 by u is equal to u power minus 1 du. And you know, whenever we integrate, so we use the power rule. What the power rule says in terms of the integration is you add 1. So oh my god, I'm sorry, it was under root u. It was under root u. So I thank God that I did not commit these sort of mistakes in the paper. Mashallah, I did all the paper, you know, 100%. I did it perfect, mashallah. So under root u, and under root u is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2. So the integration of u power 1 by 2 du. So in terms so the power rule in terms of integration, what it says is u 1 by 2 plus 1 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1 into du. So 1 by 2, so 1 by 2 plus 1 is your 3 by 2. Yes, so 1 by 2, 1 by 2 plus 1, so 1 is your 3 by 2, so u 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. Yes, so what you do is 3 by 2 is the denominator. So when you so whenever you change a term from being divided into multiplied, what you do is you exchange, or you just take the reciprocal of that term. So you multiply it by its reciprocal, that is not the reciprocal, by the opposite term. So whatever is the denominator, you make it the numerator, and then whatever is the numerator, you make it the denominator. So u power 3 by 2 into 2 by 3 into 2 by 3. Yes, so here what you do is 2 u power 3 by 2. Alright, so you see, I thank God I did not commit these type of mistakes in the paper. I forgot that, you know, u came up. So you know, whenever a power is shifted from denominator to numerator, its power is minus 1 by 2. It's minus 1 by 2 plus 1 is always 1 by 2, and it's going to be 1 by 2 as well. So here it's 1 by 2, 1 by 2 into 2 by 1. So it's, oh my god, it's going to be 2 u power 1 by 2, and it's going to be 2 under root u. So we got 2 under root u, And I'm sorry guys, I'm messing this up pretty bad. But you know, we'll get the right answer at the end. So we have 2 under root u, and we also had 1 by 4 before, so we multiply it by 1 by 4. So that's not the integration sign because we already integrated. What the hell? Alright guys, it's holidays, and you know, I am free most of the time. I've lost my mind today completely, and you know, I'll be okay when I'll go to the university, but for now you guys will have to bear it with me. So 1 by 4 into under root 2 under root u. This implies 2 by 4 is 1 by 2 under root u. You substitute back the value of u, and there you have it. You will find the answer of the question. And after this, we had substitution. We had the integration by parts, where we had the question to integrate x into e power minus 6x, I think, and we had to integrate that by parts. So what integration of by parts says, the opposite of the product rule. So we will discuss that in some other video. We'll discuss that question in some other video. Till then, I'll meet you guys on Monday, on maybe tomorrow, and on Monday inshallah. So I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.